Hello, my name is Heidi Lee. I'm here at the Hub Culture Pavilion at Sportmax in New York City, and I'm sitting here with Amanda Coulson. She is the founder of the Volta Fair, and it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
I would just like to talk about the Volta Fair and a little bit about its mission and history, if you don't mind talking more about that.
No, sure, it's a pleasure. I feel quite strongly about talking about our founding because we had a mission, really, and I think now there's been a lot of art fairs exploding around, and so one gets the sense that it's sort of all the satellite events are just there to sort of catch the overflow of what's generally happening. But when we founded Volta, and I'm one of the co-founders, it was founded by 3 galleries, one from Berlin, one from Frankfurt, and one from Chicago. And we really wanted to provide something that we felt wasn't actually being provided at the time, and we founded Volta in Basel. At that time in Basel there was another fair which still exists, and it was really the first ever satellite fair, and it's a fantastic fair called Lista, but they bill themselves as the young art fair. And perhaps it was because I was about to turn 40, but I thought, well, really? You know, is that the only 2 options? That there's either young, and they had an age limit. The gallery had to be under 5 years and the artist under 40. And I think at the time that was relevant when they founded 15 years ago, but it really became, there was these 2 extremes where there was this really edgy, super funky in a sort of building that was very much like a, you know, art school kind of feel. And then there was the super high-end blue chip. And we really wanted to do something in between that was a platform for galleries that were at a certain stage in their career. They weren't young anymore, and there's something to be said for a gallery that, as its mission statement, works with emerging artists of any age, because artists can be emerging when they're 50 or 60 even, and that have stayed in business 10 years, because there's no talent really in just opening a gallery and being open for 3 years.
Do you think we're reaching a time of greater art appreciation and sort of, or is there still the market machine behind everything?
Well, I think the market machine will always be there, but I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with that. I think it's only a part of the art world, and I think we all have to accept that, you know, it's intersecting circles, and that we all need each other somehow. I mean, definitely. Exactly, and I think you know, everyone's got their niche, and the one feeds off the other. So I do hear people say, oh yeah, no, that dealer, like, he's just in it for the money, and maybe they exist, but believe me, I know a lot of dealers, and they start out doing it for passion. They work incredibly hard, and you know, you used to be a critic and now you're an art fair director, and you know, I think really we all need each other, and there's a certain, I think if we all have respect for one another and try to, you know, help the other one, then it all works just fine. I think it would be just incredibly depressing if the art world was only art fairs and people only experienced art through art fairs. Right. You know, or only museums. I mean, there's public art, museums, art fairs, galleries. We need it all, and I think, yes, I think art appreciation is growing.
If there's a city that you foresee the Volta opening up in the future, what city or cities do you think that they will be?
I don't know, we've thought about a lot of different cities, and there's a lot of interesting things going on. There was a point before we merged with the Armory that I was thinking about Los Angeles. Yeah, there's a lot going on there that's very interesting, but I'm not sure. They have now a good art fair there in January, so I'm not really sure if that's right now. You know, and of course then the economy changed everything. I think Asia is incredibly interesting. Maybe not right now, but possibly in several years when they've had time to sort of possibly catch up to what I'm interested in, because I think right now they're interested in known things from the West, and they're kind of going through their very sped up history that we've gone through since the 60s to now. Right. So possibly in several years, perhaps somewhere in Asia might be interesting.
Go west, you know, and go far west. Exactly. Thank you, Amanda Coulson. I'm Heidi Lee at the Hub Culture Pavilion at Sportmax in New York City.